Okay, so kind of how I said in the beginning of the introduction, when do we use an ANCOVA and why do we use an ANCOVA? So we use it to test differences between group means when we know that there's an extraneous variable that affects the outcome. And it's used to adjust for known extraneous variables. So if you're going to do a research question and you're going to run an ANOVA and you think, well, I know that socioeconomic differences can have an effect on retention, then what you want to do is you want to measure socioeconomic differences or a socioeconomic variable, and then you want to control for that variable. So here's some advantages. So one of the advantages of an ANCOVA, it reduces the error variance. So when you think about your model and your prediction model, you have error, right? And so that error in that prediction model can be controlled by adding a variable that reduces that amount of error in that model. And also it gives you great experimental control because you're like, okay, I'm measuring socioeconomic status and I'm then controlling for socioeconomic status in essence. Sometimes people do a research question, you're like, man, I should have measured gender, or I should have measured years of experience, because years of experience could be an influencer on somebody's advancement into leadership position, or socioeconomic. You think, I should have measured socioeconomic status because that could have an influence on retention. It gives you for greater control. So think of the broader picture of your research question. Okay, this is my research question. What are variables that could influence the outcome? And you can measure those variables and then ultimately control for those variables.